what's up, boss? You believe that? Hold on. Do you believe that?
It's game day, y'all. What's going on? Are you excited for this game? I'm pumped up about this game. I got some butterflies, which haven't had that since like the Nebraska game. Got some butterflies, but hopefully that has nothing to do with the outcome of this game. I'm just excited. This is a homecoming for so many players on our team. And what was up with that fake controversy yesterday with the graphic that we put out about the hurricane? Did the Miami Hurricanes play yesterday too? So why aren't people upset about that, man? But this is going to be an exciting game. I think we're going to see some new players in this game too, so that's going to be fun to see. But this is a time, man, for us to make a statement in this conference, man, that we're really here to play. This could be, like Brian Howell said, our toughest challenge of the year because this is on the road. We get our tougher conference games at the remaining with the remaining schedule at home. So, man, this is a time, man, to really make a statement for this program, for where this team's going. And y'all let me know, man, what you guys are expecting, your predictions, what we got to do to get this insane upset, according to Vegas. We're like 14-point underdogs. And in the thumbnail, man, I just had to throw this in there. We saw Will Sheppard's dad, earlier this week post on Twitter, said the cream is coming, baby. The cream is coming. The cream is coming. Is this the Will Sheppard breakout game, man? I want to see it. I want to see it. So, y'all pumped about today? Man, this is going to be a great college football day. It's already starting out fantastic. Eric Morse saying, let's effing go get that big dub today. That's right. We got to go get it, man. We got to go get it. George Purdy in the house. What's going on? Let me know if you got any predictions. David, if we're having a party, what should I bring? Drinks, chips, what to bring? Oh, man. I always go with the drinks, man. You can never have too many drinks, right? Now, if you're driving, that's a different scenario. But, if you're chilling at home, you can never have too many drinks. And, candy. I like candy. I got a sweet tooth. I got to say, I love candy. And I love brownies, too. I love brownies. I lived in Colorado for 6 years. I love brownies. But guys, I gotta say this is a little bit off topic. Let's go ahead and just get a quick view of what is going on in college football today, but cannot help but be taking a look at what is going on here with the Big 12. We got this is crazy. We got Kansas State, Oklahoma State in a one-score game at halftime. That's been a great game. But how about BYU? They might be the best story in college football this year, aside from FSU, barely doing anything right. That's another great story. But BYU, man, I mean, we had a tough conference schedule coming into the year. It's still looking very tough, but we might have lucked out, Buffs fans, without having BYU on the schedule. They very well could end up being the conference champions and one of the best teams in the Big 12. Credit to their program. And again, I just Retzlaff, like he's playing out of his mind. He's playing really good football. BYU and the BYU. That is amazing. It's an amazing story. And BYU fans, there's a few that I interact with. I've actually done a show last year with a BYU fan here on Twitter. And yeah, they're so nice, guys. I don't know if you know this, but for the opposing fan sections at the stadium, they give the opposing fans free ice cream. So maybe at some point I'm going to have to make my way over to Provo, not only for the beautiful and scenic views, but also for the free ice cream, because I love ice cream. I love ice cream. So, Shirley, hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, y'all let me know what players are going to show out today. What do we got to do to get this victory, man? Please, let's have a good day on special teams. I think it's going to be a good omen. It's going to be a good omen for us if we can kick a touchback early on, right? Baylor is getting steamrolled, which it's kind of that's kind of cool, and it's kind of not, because it's like, man, they played us really close. or did we just kill their will to play football? I don't know. But in my opinion, man, that game against Baylor did not need to go down the way that it did. Fantastic way to pull off the victory, but it shouldn't have been a game in the fourth quarter, in my opinion. The damage from the hurricane is equivalent to an avalanche wiping out Vail, Colorado. Good Lord. Hope you guys are all okay. And I know that I have some family members there in Asheville that were dealing with some flooding. And I saw the ETSU team got stranded in Asheville and they had to sleep in the bus. Terrible. And the Citadel wasn't going to move the kickoff time. Did they end up moving it? Crazy. Buddy, how's it going? Let me know if you got any predictions today. Eric Morris, I was going to ask. We don't play BYU this year, do we? Glad we don't this year. Yes. What even is there to do in Provo? I don't think too much, except go to a BYU football game, but it's only like 30 minutes south, I think, of Salt Lake City, or 45 minutes south. So a lot to do in Salt Lake City. I've been to Salt Lake City like a couple, it might be 2-3 years ago for a week, and it was awesome. It was really, really fun. Beautiful city out there. Darren Jennings saying, I'm not sold on Pat Shurmur. Now, I guess I have put myself in a corner as a Pat Shurmur defender, but don't mistake that with me saying that I think Pat Shurmur is elite or I think he is perfect. No, definitely can understand the qualms on offense. I think a lot of people have brought up over the past week about some of the play designs, route concepts, and all that might not be the most advantageous for this line. Guys, sometimes I feel like this. Sometimes I feel like we ask our line to do with what their ability is. We're asking them to do like more than anybody in college football. Like when you factor in a lot of these things, like the amount of time we're asking them to block for. Yeah, just what we're asking to do with them, man. I just feel like it's insane sometimes because we're always hitting those big plays. You don't want to take those away from us. I mean, it's amazing when we can score in like 4 plays, but man, like sometimes I don't feel like we set these guys up for success. Overall players rating, saying big game for Jimmy. It's his dad's birthday and he's in Florida. Well, that's awesome, man. We need a big game from Jimmy, no doubt. A lot of like homecoming type game or reunion in this game for a lot of our players. So that's really cool. Let's see Jimmy, LaJohntay, and guys like. It's so great that we're going to have, it seems like we have clear conditions, right? Should I put my weatherman hat on really quick? Orlando weather. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, did I speak too soon? Oh. I thought we were supposed to get clear weather, man. Wait. Okay, we're good. Okay. Let me share this. Sorry to scare y'all. Okay, here we go. Orlando, Florida. We got 83, mostly cloudy. So afternoon, 17% chance of rain. Evening, getting into 16%. So this game's kicking off at 3:30, right? Eastern time. So it's going to be late afternoon, going into the early evening. And chance of rain, not super high. And wind gusts seem to be under control. I mean, 8, 9, 10 miles an hour of wind. Not the worst case scenario. Humidity, 84%. Terrible. But our guys are used to playing in that since they're all from the South. So feels like 94 out there. So I'm glad we're not getting any rain, at least yet. And hopefully this stays true, because I think if we got clear conditions on the field, this bodes well to, I think, be a pretty entertaining shootout. Again, it all comes down to, can we protect Shedeur Sanders? But man, if this game has clear conditions and we can protect Shedeur, this very well could feel like a TCU CU game where there's a lot of back and forth, a lot of lead changes, right? So that's enough of my meteorology segment. I'm not going to bore you guys to death with that. But Dante coming in here, man, the offense has to reach their potential this game. Yes. Our defense, I think, is going to keep us in it. I know that there's been some people talking about, today because I guess they saw Nikai Hill-Green in a yellow non-contact jersey in like one of the well-off videos or whatever. Like maybe he's questionable or something like that. I don't know. We haven't seen any official report, but if that's the case, and I think Trevor Woods has redshirted, so maybe this is the time where we see more Jalen Wester, which could be really exciting. Again, number 2. Right. Wasn't he the number 2 or number 1 graded linebacker against the run last year? Granted, it was at FAU. So take that with a big grain of salt, but nonetheless, like a very talented linebacker that we just haven't had a chance to see yet. I think we're going to see him in a role no matter what in this game, seeing what he can do in pass coverage as well. Speedy linebacker. We're going to need somebody spying, keeping track of KJ Jefferson. Right. And Jalen Wester should be able to hunt him down pretty quickly, considering KJ Jefferson isn't the fastest quarterback that we've faced. Did you see, by the way, Robertson's touchdown run today against BYU, hopping over the line and then busting out another big run? That was cool to see. But we need the offense to get out to a hot start. We've been waiting for that. I think that's a very fair criticism of Pat Shurmur, is that we've just kind of taken a little too long to get into a rhythm. Let's get into a rhythm early on this game. Let's give our defense, the luxury of playing with a lead in this game. Wouldn't that be really cool? But nonetheless, I want to get back to this. Jalen Wester, he's somebody that I'm looking forward to seeing. Maybe we see some Johnny Chaney Jr. or Jeremiah Brown. I'm excited to see our linebackers. The key is to not get distracted. It may be a homecoming for many on the roster, but need to treat it as a business trip. Yes. And Eric, I think one thing that helps it feel that way, and credit to Coach Prime, is just leaving earlier this week. Like, the team's been together. They've been at the hotel. They've had no other distractions. They've been practicing there at UCF's indoor facility, which is funny. So hopefully they're not giving away too much of the game plan or stuff like that, because all these teams, man, they're going to be having video cameras going and whatnot. But I think them leaving early on Wednesday, I think really serves them well for this game. What's my score prediction? Okay, putting on my analyst, less biased hat earlier this week on Wednesday. I said the Buffs cover, but UCF wins by 7. But today is the hype day, man. Give me 48-42 Buffs. I want to see a shootout. Okay. Eric Morris, I'm buying Robert Livingston. Hope we can keep him. Shurmur needs to open up the playbook and get creative. Some positives with Pat Shurmur. We've at least seen some formations. We've kind of built on things every single game. So I'm sure we're going to have some new wrinkles for UCF in this game. What those are, who knows? But let's continue to see more motion. But Robert Livingston is the truth, man. He's been great. Yeah, I know, Dante. Looking at the other college games, the QBs, they just camp in the backfield. Must be nice. And I was talking with Carter Dillon of Let's Talk Buffs, who's going to join me for my post game after the game again. And we were texting a little bit back and forth yesterday. And I was telling him, man, I was like, man, before last year, I just never thought it was this hard to get good offensive line play. I never thought it was this hard, man. I never thought it was this hard. And he's like, yeah, man, me neither. Because even these bad Buffs teams had better offensive lines than what we've had so far in Coach Prime's tenure, outside of the 2022 team. Yeah, that was rough. Buffs playbook, what's going on? Who's the kicker today? Mata, of course, will be place kicking. Word on the street? word on the street is that we might see one of those true freshmen get their shot at kickoff. So that might be Stoyanovich or Gerlach. I mean, both of those guys got big legs. So hopefully we can see them. I mean, we've seen them in practice nail 60-yarders, but that's just practice, right? Let's see these guys kick it through the end zone. A big reason of why, with my like analyst type hat on, I've had UCF winning this game is because I think they will be in really good field position because of how bad our kickoff and punt coverage has been, how inconsistent Mark Bassett has been, and how inconsistent our kickoffs have been when it comes to being touchbacks or not. You can't give an offense that's averaging 570 yards a game, 45 points a game, prime field position like what we gave Baylor last week. Now, if we're able to, win that kind of field position battle, if we're able to kick touchbacks in this game with a new kicker, if we're able to like punt good and like cover where we're not just giving them prime field position, I think that's really the key to the game. I think that's really the key to the game. But we can't serve this defense all the unfair positions that we put them in against Baylor last week. No, we got to do them better. Core Design saying, I'm sorry, Buffs fans. I love Coach Prime, but the only way CU could even remotely compete with UCF is if their run defense shows up, which hasn't happened yet, and Travis doesn't get overly tired. I think that is totally fair. I mean, they're averaging, again, 570 yards of offense. It is absolutely insane. Over 300 yards on the ground, like 375 yards on the ground. This is the ultimate test for our run defense so far. So granted, we do get Chidozie Nwankwo back. That's going to be wonderful, but overall, the Buffs' run defense, I think, has played pretty well. The key is core design is that we've always had kind of these one or two gaffes in the game that has allowed them, our opponent, to get these big, long runs off of. Now, that's why you continue to run the ball, because eventually you're going to break one, right? This defense is close, though, to really kind of tightening the screws on all those little things. But the key is, you're right. Is this run defense up to the challenge? Can we put KJ Jefferson in third and long situations? Oh my gosh, if we do that, then we allow Travis Hunter to go against Kobe Hudson, all that. That is going to be cinema. Indo Sports, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well. Saying, what's up, Dave? It's been a minute since I tapped in. Hey, let me know if you got any thoughts on the game, any predictions. But man, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be a great game. Hopefully, I'm very excited for it. Like I said when I started the show, I got butterflies of excitement today. I haven't had that in a few weeks, and I'm excited to see how this Buffs team comes out to fight, because somebody said this in the comments. You'll remember this earlier this week. We're not going into a game. We're going into a battle that needs to be the focus. That needs to be what's being said. We're going into a dogfight, and I think with them leaving campus on Wednesday, starting this trip on Wednesday, it keeps them focused, thinking about this game, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, today. I think that's awesome. We need to see a disciplined, focused team. And, overall, I think outside of the Nebraska game, like, we've done pretty well with the penalty side of things. So we need to win the penalty battle, win the turnover battle. Those would be fantastic things. Let's hold on to the ball. Let's give Shedeur a clean pocket. Oh, Lord, please. Oh, Lord, please. And, hey, no Khalil Benson, probably. I mean, that's kind of the word, too. Some sort of injury. I guess that's kind of what people are saying. So if we don't see Khalil Benson, might we see Phillip Houston? Might we see Kareem Harden? Kareem Harden's a guy that I've always been really intrigued with, because he played part-time last year for us coming up from JUCO. But, I mean, I thought that he was solid. Like, I thought that he was solid in his, 300 snaps or so, and probably graded out a little bit better at guard than he did tackle, but he can play both of them. Hey, if we see some Kareem Harden, I'm not going to be upset. If he has a good game, I was telling Guru's Discord this, man, I'm going to buy his jersey, man. If Kareem Harden gets the start or gets some significant playing time, plays really well, that him and like Hank Zielinskis, regardless of Hank's, up and down play so far, I just respect those guys because with all the other linemen that they brought in, they easily just could have bounced something. Nah, man, it shows how much they believe in themselves, sticking around, competing. And Kareem Harden seems to be one of those guys that's going to be up next if something happens. And I want to see what he can do when he gets his shot. Like no doubt about it. Smuggles KB, what's going on? Purdue is tied 0-0 with Nebraska. You'll love to see it. That's like the ultimate Big Ten game. The service academies are balling. How about Army, man? Are they undefeated? Is that correct? Yeah, this is one of the losses that I had for CU. I mean, this is a tough road environment. We haven't really seen CU get up in these rowdy road environments, but that has to change at some point, right? That has to change at some point. I want to see it change today. But yeah, this is I got a lot of respect for UCF, and they got a dynamic offense. It's going to be a great game. And yeah, that's kind of where Trevor Woods redshirted, and so we'll see what that means. Does he need another offseason to kind of put on that weight to where he's not losing that speed that it looked like he lost against North Dakota State? It was a little rough. And who knows, man? Who knows if he'll be back next year? But we are just absolutely crushing it with, I think, the linebackers that we brought in this year from the transfer portal, who we're recruiting right now, which is great. So I think our linebacker spot's going to be in a good position. But yeah, that's kind of the word. Like, I can't confirm it. I don't think like we've seen an official report, but I think that's like what a lot of people are speculating right now. So we'll have to see if he's suited up, but that's from my understanding. But don't take that as like an official report, okay? Stojanovic doing kickoffs. Well, let's go. Like, if we can pin them back on the 20 to start all their drives instead of the 35, 45, 50-yard line, we have a lot better shot of making some noise and getting this upset. It was nice to see. I think the game day guys were split 3-3 on Buffs or UCF, so that was cool. I think Fox Big Noon Kickoff was a little bit different. Mark Ingram, man, he changed his prediction last minute. But it was funny. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Pick a side and stay there. What do you mean, old school? What do you mean, man? Pick a side. Nah, man, enjoy the game. Special teams is going to show up for you today, Dave. Man, that's what we need, man. We need a good omen. The cream is coming. The cream is coming. Absolutely. Hey, Paul Simmons in the chat, our friendly LSU friend with the $10 super chat. Thank you for the $10. You didn't have to do that, but that's very kind. Says tuned in, excited. Man, I'm so excited for this game, man. I think, I hope, of course I want the Buffs to win, right? Aside from that, I want this to just be a very entertaining game. The Buffs, for the most part, we play very entertaining games. Some could say, do we play down to our opponents that are worse than us? Do we play up to our opponents that are better than us? Minus, a couple games. Yeah. We play in a lot of close games, us Buffs do. And I think that Fox made the right decision putting this thing on the 3:30 Eastern time kickoff. And I hope we are in for an absolute treat. Let's see Travis Hunter stack together another 100-yard receiving game. Can I be greedy and ask for a pick six as well? Yeah, I'm going to be greedy. Let's continue to see him stack that Heisman resume game after game after game. And by the way, guys, I was watching that Virginia Tech Miami game yesterday, and that was insane. I had a feeling like in the third quarter that game was going to end on a Hail Mary. Which is funny. I told Guru's chat, I felt like that guy caught the ball from Virginia Tech. And when it was ruled a touchdown, I just don't understand how they had conclusive evidence to flip that thing. Was it just because Miami was at home? Was that really the reason? But I thought he caught the ball. I thought number 9 caught that ball. But maybe I'm in the minority here. Do you guys think that he caught the ball? Because I thought Virginia Tech got kind of robbed, especially on that. They had a touchdown run in the second half as well. It was like a 70-yard touchdown run that was called back for, due to a phantom holding call that just wasn't there. Um, yeah, like I thought they scored. Oh no. Oh no, it's pouring in Orlando. Oh no. Hey, put the stick 'em on. It's time to get going. It's time to get going. It's also supposed to pick up again at 4:15-ish. I assume that's Eastern time. So, oh my gosh, come on, the Weather Channel. Why are you doing me like this, man? Why are you giving me false info? Now I got to refresh. Oh, this is so annoying. I feel like I can't get any accurate weather. But Colin says it's raining out there. Yeah, Colin's live right now. Guys, it was awesome to finally be able to connect with Colin um, the other day, which was a lot of fun, way overdue for that. And so we'll be getting together next week to talk about this game and as we go into the bye. So, yeah, it was great chatting with Colin. A lot of this is just me straight up out of my routine with all the, as you can see, traveling again this weekend, seeing family with my move, everything like that. But Colin and I finally had the schedule to where it was going to work out. So, yeah, we'll be back next week. Hopefully, he can stay somewhat dry, man. But that's bummer. Kenobi TR, see you finally as a Swiss Army knife of running backs. They should use all of them today, including Hood. Unleash him. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun? Yes, Down Hayden. Thank you for bringing this up, Kenobi. Down Hayden's going to be in the game. Let's see him make the most of this offensive line. Um, not again, we're not getting elite run blocking from our line, but I thought that we left some stuff on the table last week with some missed holes and stuff, and maybe Down Hayden can help make up the difference there this week with all that. Well, 32. I agree. Elements are part, but UCF is used to this weather and humidity. We aren't, even though most grew up here, you adopt when you live elsewhere. Yes, just as I'm getting used to this crazy humidity in San Antonio, Texas. It is insane. Guys, I'm having to shower 2 times a day. I just got to be used to sweating. Again, I lived 7 years in West Texas, but that's more of a dry. It's more dry than San Antonio, man. I'm trying to get used to it, and it is different. But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You're right. Well. Paul Simmons saying, I thought he caught the ball either way. There was not enough to evidence to overcall the TD. Yes, that's how I felt, man. I felt like Virginia Tech totally got robbed, and they totally botched that 2-minute offense at the end. I thought they still had a timeout in their pocket that ESPN might have had wrong. I don't know how you can burn so much time off the clock there when when the clock stops to every first down to spot the ball. But yeah, it was unfortunate that in the fake field goal that didn't work out. I mean, I loved the call at the time. Like, I thought it was fun. But yeah, at the end of the day, it ended up biting them in the butt. I guess they could have kicked a field goal there to potentially win the game if that had worked out. But either way, man, I thought he caught the ball. Refs in Miami trying to hit their parlays last night. Yeah, that's how it seemed, man. When that touchdown run was called back due to that hold that just wasn't there at all, it was great. Or it wasn't great. That's what I meant to say. Is UCF artificial turf or natural grass? Thank you, well, saying it's natural grass because I had no idea. VHF saying this is the best Colorado pregame show on YouTube. Thank you. Should I call it the pregame show? I'm just playing. Okay, 30 to 50% chance of rain between 3:30 and 5 o'clock. Guys, why is every weather website different? Oh my God, I'm going to look it up on my phone. We're going to see what Apple is saying about this, right? Give me 1 second. But yeah, y'all be sure to catch the post game after this. I'll be live with Carter Dillon. Let's see here. We'll go to weather. We'll go Orlando. Okay. So it's raining right now. This is where I should have gone all along. And 80% chance, yeah, it's raining today. Now it should clear up, as you can see, at 4 o'clock and on. So it actually might dry up right after kickoff or right before kickoff. At least that's what they're saying. This is so dumb. I'm gonna bookmark my Orlando location now. So we'll see how that goes. Defog23 says, hope y'all enjoy it down here. Whoever traveled and hopes it lives up to the hype. Yes. Thank you so much. I would have loved to make it out to UCF for this game, but I guess that's going to have to be for the next time, right? I do want to make it down to Orlando, though. Go to the theme parks and like all that sort of stuff, too, I think would be fun. James Hunter, day one subscriber. I think James Hunter was subbed to me before I hit like 1,000 subs. He said this is the biggest game in Coach Prime era. Yes. CU wins means they take over college football for October. And yeah, I think then we'll see round 2 of the media hype show for this program, right? If we get this victory today, this is the biggest game. Like, let's come out here and make a statement. I don't know. I'm just feeling excited. That's it. So don't look at it any deeper than that. Yeah, the Texas heat is different for sure. It's unlike anything, man. I'm sweating so much. Dante, I personally think Augustive is the best running back. He just seems like an angry guy. I like how Augustive runs. Yeah, and I thought, and the stats I think back this up as well. I thought he was our best back last week. I think there were some holes and cutbacks that Michael Welsh really missed that I think he could have, ran for some big yardage on those. But as a true freshman, he needs opportunities to still iron that out. He'll get better, and I think all these guys will get better with their vision and all those little things as they continue to get more reps in game situations. I'll be curious to see what CU fans think of our stadium and experience. Hey, Defalk, I'll be sure to ask Colin about that next week when we connect. So, yeah, the bounce house, it should be a fun environment from everything that I've heard of. And again, Defalk, I'm a little partial to UCF. Guys probably get sick of me mentioning this, but my brother-in-law's high school football coach out in Springdale, Arkansas, Gus Malzahn. Got a lot of respect for Gus Malzahn. I think he's a great coach, and love to see UCF making noise. Good luck to everyone today. Hope everyone stays healthy. Yes, let's just see a good game, and may the best team win. No doubt about it. Go through a few more of these. As a Central Florida resident, don't look at the percentage. Oh. That's terrible. So when it rains in Colorado, usually it just rains for like a little bit. You don't get a lot of severe weather either, so it's pretty funny. Who's starting at right tackle? No idea. I got no idea. My best guess would probably be Phillip Houston because he's done it. But might we see Kareem Harden? Might we see Kareem Harden for Tyler Brown? Maybe. I don't know. I want to see Tyler Brown have a bounce back game. I really do. All this O-line shuffling sucks, and it sucks that some of it has to be done due to injury if Benson's out. VH, did you do a show with Folsom Frenzy podcast this week? They are pretty good too. Yes, we weren't able to. It was my fault just with the scheduling conflict, but because we were planning to Thursday, it just didn't work out. So we're going to connect this next week during the bye week. I think Topher and I are going to try like a collaborative like film review stuff, which should be fun. They've also invited me on their post game, but I don't know if I'll be able to do that with my Broncos stuff on Sundays. So we'll just have to see. CU has to win. because K-State is going to win in Boulder. Yeah, that's been one of my predictions preseason. And right now, is K-State still up 28-13? Yeah, that's going to be a really hard game here in 2 weeks. Thank God we got a bye week to prepare for that game, right? Fun fact, RJ Harvey was the quarterback at Virginia, and Gus recruited him as a transfer. He has only been a running back for 3 years. One, he was out with a season-ending injury. That is really I had no idea. That is cool. And Gus, he's a good football mind. He's a good football mind for sure. So, yeah, RJ Harvey, he's the most dynamic weapon we have faced yet. And I can't wait to see how our defense responds to this challenge for sure. A lot of weapons on UCF. Wes just used to high school where he can just bounce it outside. Yeah. And I think he was still trying to do that. And I think, maybe those were some like stretch plays that we were running, but cutbacks, like they were open. So let's hope that sometimes instead of just always run to that spot, that's like what Javonte does, man. He just, on the Broncos, he's just always running into the where all the chaos is. Let's see him get better. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Harden. He was decent last year. Yeah, I thought that he was decent. Let's see what else we got here. Playing for Birdie. So UCF's best DT, John Walker, is out for this game. Oh, well, we got some injuries on our side too. So maybe that will even things out a little bit. Default saying, not kidding, every day since June, it's rained between 2 and 4 p.m., sometimes only a few minutes and sometimes for hours. Man, the Florida weather feels like it's just different than any other part of the country. Is Tyler Brown honestly a legit lineman on this level? I don't know yet. And honestly, I don't think it's totally fair to be making that assessment after 4 games. But we're kind of getting towards that line, right? We're kind of getting towards that line. Now, what was it? That first game he was at right tackle. Just throw that away. He's not a right tackle. He should have never been put at right tackle. I don't know why we put him at right tackle. So then you got like these last 3 games with him at guard, but now he was playing left guard last game as opposed to playing right guard. I get so confused. I feel like we've already had like 15 different line combinations. Anyways, it would just be nice to see him get a few games at just one position and see how he does. But right now, the results haven't been good. But I'm still of the belief that this offensive line can get better. I think some of that will just happen due to consistency and time, but we might not have the consistency and with injury and all that. Oh, watch out for the trick plays, the throws from RJ Harvey. Today would be a game to bust it out. Sadly, against CU, right? Everyone's always trying to put on a show. Walker's been out all year. Lee Hunter is the best DT, but Walker's still the best depth piece. He is the backup behind Lee and Barber. Okay. Oh no, I think Kansas State also has a bye week before they play Colorado. That's lame, man. I don't like that. Oh, hey, Sheila Stoutmeyer retweeted my tweet for this show. Got the Carter Stoutmeyer jersey on. He's been fantastic filling in for Shiloh, and he's going to be our starting safety, one of our starting safeties next year. And the Carter haters, man, they have been so quiet over the last few games. They've been so quiet. Not that he's played perfect, but he's played good football, man. Carter's played good football, and we're going to need really good games from Cameron Silman Craig and Carter Stoutmeyer. No doubt about it. We need everybody committed. It's going to be an all 11 type of thing. We need all 11 guys committed to stopping the run. And I want to give credit to Coach Prime. I think we got DBs, everybody on this team that's playing right now in the defensive backfield, they all tackle, man. They all tackle. I love it. So, all right, guys, I'll go here for a few more minutes and then I'll wrap this thing up. But man, I'm so pumped for the game today. DFog, great to see you in here as a UCF fan. It's always great when I have opposing fans come in here as well. We just try and keep this pretty fun. exciting. And if you're not enjoying all the fun in the lead up to the game and stuff like that, then you're missing out on what it means to be a college football fan, in my opinion. Like, I love the week hyping up the game. Let's just hope the game lives up to that, right? I don't want to see no Nebraska game like we saw 2 weeks ago. I was in such a bad mood after that game. I don't want to see that. Hopefully, that truly was the turning point of this season. Was in the wake up call was against Nebraska. So, hey, check this out, guys. Did Trevor Woods really redshirt? I don't think we've seen that confirmed, but a lot of people have just kind of mentioned and talked about it. So I'm assuming that he did, but I don't really know. Until like Brian Howell or Adam Munster Tiger come out and tweet it, take any of those things with like a grain of salt. And I guess we'll see during the game, right? We'll see if he suited up. But here's Travis Hunter out here warming up for pregame. Got the gold cleats on. That's really nice. We're going with gray uniforms today, and at least by this look, I mean, who knows when this was 40 minutes ago. Hopefully the field's going to be in good condition. Cam Newton at the game, and he's always he's always dressed up in some sort of fancy outfit. He loves those hats, man. I don't know what you call those hats, but he loves those hats. And did he put a hole in his hat to keep his hair up? Let's see. Yeah, he's a fashionista. No doubt about it. And then here is Travis Bland Hunter warming up, all bland, in the words of Gucci. Yeah. I love how Richard Sherman came out yesterday and said, no, I was saying blend. His game's going to blend. It's like, dude, shut up, man. Shut up. You just had a case of the CTE, man. You just didn't want to give credit where credit's due. Let's see Will Sheppard ball out today, though. Let's see Omari Miller ball out. Like, the cream is coming, like Willie Sheppard said, man. Like Willie Sheppard said earlier this week, the cream is coming. This is the week for Will Sheppard. Just like, LaJohntay had a first couple rough games, and then we've seen since CSU, he's been money for us, right? There's always got to be a turning point. There's got to be a game where you got that turning point happening. Let's have it be this week for Will Sheppard. Y'all forget, he did have the dropped Hail Mary, but he did have an impressive one-handed catch, I believe, on like a 3rd and long down the sideline earlier in the game. That was a fantastic catch. It's just all about being consistent. Hey, is that T.O. in the background? So that's awesome to see T.O. here. And yeah, like he's shown flashes. It's just about the consistency with Will Sheppard. So Buff's going gold, white, black today, debuting the black pants. Okay, for some reason I thought we were going gray. All right. Okay. And by the way, guys, I love the design of the flat irons on the sleeve. That is so nice. And I hope this sticks around for forever, for a very long time. For a very long time. Oh, now here's the downpour. Shedeur Sanders warming up in the tunnel after a downpour of rain in Orlando. Wow, it's crazy. Just seems like it changes on a dime. Just like y'all said in the comments. Wow. Wow. And it looks like Gucci's there at the game again, so that's awesome. That's a lot of fun. And I hope he's able to stay dry. Michael Welsh saying a prayer over J5. Or Michael Welsh mom saying a prayer over J5 before the big game. Let's go. Let's go. And yeah, here were the picks. So Desmond went with Colorado. I don't know who Miss Terry is, but she went with Colorado. Pat McAfee went with Colorado. And the other three, Lee Corso, Nick, and Kirk, yeah, they all went UCF. So, yeah, it's funny how everybody hates this program. We're just trying to have fun. We're just trying to enjoy ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, I didn't know this. Cam owns the hat company. Oh, that's pretty cool. What's the name of his hat company? I'll need to check that out. If Colorado can stop the UCF run game, they can do well against Kansas State. Yes. And this is our first true test in conference play. If we can do this, if we can shut down the number one rushing offense in the country. Oh man, I'm going to be drinking the black and gold Buffs Kool-Aid after the game. We'll see how well we do. Travis with the bland t-shirt on. Yeah, good call there. Totally missed calling that out. I love that. Love Shedeur's orange cleats. Go Broncos. Landon Lee, thanks for hopping in, man. Appreciate your support on both channels. Let's go. Oh, Coach Saban's wife. Well, I guess her prediction means nothing. We know Richard loves the bottle. You know, Wino's just talk. Yeah. And he was just whining too. Nick Saban's wife, man. So, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to get a StreamYard going that will go live after the game. So that will be on YouTube and Twitter with Carter Dillon after the game. So we'll analyze everything that happened, all the storylines, the reactions, and all of that. You know, you kind of get me reacting one way or another. The pendulum always swings depending on the results. So and then later in the week, I kind of chill out a little bit. So this is going to be a lot of fun. But yeah, UCF's a 15-point favorite. Yeah, so it's definitely the chalk choice. And yeah, let's see the Buffs play well. Let's hope we get this upset, baby. The cream is coming. Y'all have a wonderful afternoon time watching this game. I'll see you guys afterwards. Go Buffs.